Hey, this is Tim DeStasio, and today we're going to be talking about another ventilating dehumidifier installation that we're starting to wrap up. Come check it out. I'm working with Greg Nelson with Premier Heating and Air here in Wilmington. And a few months ago, he installed this dehumidifier. It wasn't a ventilating dehumidifier. It was just a recirculating one, return to return, supply to supply. Nothing wrong with that. It's been doing great. But we wanted to take it a step further and really improve their indoor air quality. So we're going with a Haven indoor air quality central air monitor and central air controller. And we're going to be using their beta version of a new workflow that they just came out with that they're going to be releasing to the rest of contractors very soon. But it's a very cool workflow that's going to step you right through turning any dehumidifier into a ventilating dehumidifier. And I'm going to show you how. Here is the unit that the dehu is connected to. It's an 8-year-old carrier. It's probably seen better days. The return of the dehu is connected to the return of the air handler. And then off the dehu, the supply splits into 3 branches because this is a zone system. And so they're dumping the dry air after the zone dampers. And here's the Haven equipment, the central air monitor on the left and the central air controller on the right. And here's where we're going to connect our outside air duct. And that outside air duct will have a motorized damper that the Haven will control and open and close only as needed. And we picked a suitable location for our fresh air intake. The Haven app has a great instructional video about how to install the hardware. You want to find a straight line piece of duct. In this case, we used the return of our dehumidifier to install our central air monitor. We use a template, there's a plate and a gasket. We'll seal this connection, of course, and drill our hole. We test fit the central air monitor. We need to make sure that we mount it in the correct airflow direction. And before we screw it in, we're going to just snap it in place. The Haven app will walk us through how to set the monitor in its optimal position so that it reads airflow properly. And then it's time to wire it up, and the app walks you through how to connect all your control wires. The ventilating dehu blower runs all the time, so you're going to hardwire that. That way the air is constantly moving through the monitor, it's sampling the air, plus we're pulling air through a MERV 13 filter that those Santa Fe's come with, and that's never a bad thing. The sequence of operation is that if the humidity gets too high, then output number 1 on the central air controller is going to turn on the dehu compressor and start drying the air out. If the VOC levels get up too high, then output 2 is going to open the outside air damper. So instead of recirculating air through the ventilating dehumidifier, now we're mixing some outdoor air in that return air, and we're going to dilute those VOCs after a while. Now here's what makes the Haven process so special. It also monitors the air quality index outside over the internet. So if air quality outdoors is suboptimal, we're not going to make a bad thing worse by bringing in dirty air. It's going to wait. Also, its humidity control is based off of dew point, which is a much more accurate way and a safer way to control dehumidification than simply looking at relative humidity. Well, everything is installed, it's calibrated, and it's set up. And we're going to watch it over the next couple of weeks, and Haven's going to start generating reports based on the data that it picks up. And then we can make recommendations based on that data. And that's what makes this Haven setup so special. So I encourage all of you, if you want to do indoor air quality the right way, become a Haven Pro. Get your hands on a couple of their monitors and controllers, put them in your own house, and then start using these as diagnosis tools and tools to improve your customers' indoor air quality the right way.